Are you excited or nervous for the future? I would be interested in discussing how people feel about what direction the world is going in. Are you excited or nervous for the future? What are you excited or nervous about? A lot of people think that the world is going in the wrong direction, especially with the innovations going on. A lot of people are excited about new technologies such as AI. What do you think? Nervous. Completely discouraged might be the better terminology. Humans are reactive, not proactive, and we've got a lot of problems lined up. I think humanity is going full throttle into the steel-reinforced wall at the end of an evolutionary cul-de-sac. I'm neither excited nor nervous. More like resigned exasperation. Similar to how you feel when the toddler you've spent the past half hour explaining why they shouldn't touch a hot stove goes ahead and touches it anyway. We are not prepared for the epic shush-tea storm we've set up for ourselves this century. Terrified. Not because of the tech itself, but because of how it will be weaponized by the rich against the poor. Somehow pessimistic. I feel like Brave New World is becoming true. VR. Dopamine fixes. Short attention span. Entertainment. Hypersexualization. Body dysmorphia. Peak social competition. Fake news. Scams. AI-generated art. Social media. Feels like social bonds are eroding and being replaced by constant competition. It feels stressful. Afraid most of the innovation will be abused to enslave us. Nervous. Mainly because I anticipate crime getting worse with jobs being automated and no UB in sight. Hoping I live long enough to see people walking on Mars, but also scared for the future of my kids. 1903 First documented powered flight. 1945 1 aircraft. 1 bomb. City laid to waste X2. 1969 A human bootprint on the moon. Can we deliver cheap, clean energy and charge advanced batteries? Don't bet against us. Nothing. To be honest, nothing to be nervous about. More or less excited about the way the generative tech can be applied to gaming. Actual AI tech is still pretty much out of grasp. But maybe it'll become a thing in close future. Although I don't hold any hopes for now. Excited. The world is messed up and has a bunch of problems that will come. But it was more messed up 100,200,300 years ago. New tech always scares people. I'm a lot more worried about global warming long term than AI. I guess. Thankfully. I'll probably be dead before we see that issue become extremely serious. Nervous but hopeful. There will be many conflicts in the coming centuries, I think. As the climate grows more extreme. Food and resource shortages will drive global conflict, while huge advances in AI and robotics, combined with advanced medical care, is going to have a lot of unemployed people living very long lifespans. This will radically retool the way society works as a whole, as the majority of menial jobs will be completely automated by the year 2200. None. Which is a direct reflection of my mental state. Indifference. Whatever the future holds, good or bad, I'll deal with it as it comes. Until then, pardon me as I sit in my room and play video games. I am depressed as a student who is going to transition from high school to college specifically. Seeing the economies around the world cripple and the rich getting richer and poor getting poorer. The middle class trap, and why the most Gen Z won't be able to surpass their family wealth apart from the global warming and career path confusion I has created. Moreover, seeing the value of Social relationships and trust go down between people makes me more sad. Regardless of which way it goes. It's a miracle to be living in perhaps the most exciting time in history. I think excitement and nervousness are both sides of the same coin, and everyone should have equal parts of both. If it's Friday, I'm excited for the future. If it's Sunday, then I'm nervous about the future. I don't think ahead too much. 50 of insects gone in the last 30 years. What more is there to say? And that's not even primarily driven by climate change. That's just due to human expansion, destruction of habitat, and our waste. The future is bleak. I also don't know how on earth people will discern truth from fiction on the internet in future. It will be a clusterfuck of fake news thanks to deepfake technology. I think we are all a little scared. None of us are prepared. But that is okay. For the future is what you make of it. Excited. There has never been a better time to be alive. It seems like it's a human condition to think the end of the world will happen in our lifetime, lol. And people fall for it. The next 100 years are gonna be crazy exciting. Technology-wise, I'm very excited for the future. Socially wise, I am egregiously nervous for the future. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be considered obsolete in far more ways than one in the future. The tech will be great, but the people and culture might drive me insane or to literal death. Very excited about the future, about new tech in biology, medicine, transport, environmental science, agricultural. Everything is advancing so much each year, it's very exciting. I don't care because I'm 51 and with an employer that appreciates seniority. If I were in college studying for a job that AI will replace, I'd be super fucking stressed. Nervous. Fearful. Billionaires are about to become trillionaires and they will take everything for themselves. Everyone else will be jammed in one-bedroom slums as they live for hundreds of years, and the rest of humanity is destitute with no hope of escape except joining their service to some scraps. I'm nervous. If you're paying attention to world events, then you'll see a definite downward spiral is beginning. Things are only going downhill from here. The environment is being destroyed by humans. The world is becoming an increasingly unstable place. Indifferent. I don't have any kids. I'll be dead and gone long before we're all eating Soylent Green. I only want to live about another 15-16 years. Anyway, things will continue to decline for most people. A hyper-competitive, consumption-based society is destined to have winners and losers. Now that the disparity between income and the cost of basic needs has grown to new heights, there will be a lot more losers going forward. I certainly don't envy young people. They've got a tough road ahead. Neither really. Somewhat disappointed. Kinda thought things would be different by now. Tried that whole be the change you want to see in the world thing and it didn't seem to work. Felt more distant than anything. Instead it feels more like things are animalistic. After years of training people and AI to act like adults. I dunno. I suppose wake me whenever I somehow manage to own a home again. Some people will be choosing not to work anti-work groups and others would lose their job to AI. Both. I'm both. Excited for discoveries, but incredibly worried about our political and economic system. I fear that if we don't get rid of capitalism quickly, then our technological progress will be vain.